So we've sort of mentioned it here and there a little bit, and we've sprinkled the theme around. Donald Trump today signed the necessary paperwork to add tariffs to Canadian and Mexican and Chinese imports into the United States, varying percentage points. I think like 10% against Chinese stuff, and 25% to a lot of Mexican stuff, and 25% to a lot of Canadian stuff, but not oil and gas yet. He's saying he's going to add 10% to that later on. We'll see. And then there's some minerals that escape the tariff as well. But he did that. And here in Nova Scotia, as I mentioned earlier, the possibility is that there's going to be thousands of people who are going to be laid off. Thousands of people are going to end up losing their jobs because they work for companies who export to the United States, and the product that they export is going to be tariffed. It's going to be the price is going to it's going to cost Americans more to buy this product that's coming from Nova Scotia. And those companies, in all fairness, they're probably going to restructure to some extent, at least short term, so that they don't lose all of their sales, so that they don't lose all of their market share, whatever else they might be worried about. Bottom line, thousands of people here in Nova Scotia, thousands of people in New Brunswick, thousands of people in Ontario, thousands of people in Quebec, in Alberta, and all over Canada. It's going to hit the Canadian economy really hard. I'm not going to touch on the reasons. I have many, many thoughts about his reasons, about Trump's reasons, but I'm not going to get into it because ultimately there's nothing I can do about it. Sitting here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, there's really nothing I can do about the reasons Donald Trump wants to put these tariffs on. Is it because of fentanyl? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I can't do anything about it. Is it because of the trade deficit that he perceives? I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. Is it because he's trying to look like a strong man, a tough man? Is it because he's trying to look like he's doing something to his base when he can't control anything that he promised he could control? I don't know. I can't do anything about it. It's going to be, like I said, there's nothing I can do. I can't worry about it. I can't worry about what he says he's going to do. I can't worry about Tuesday coming along and those tariffs actually being applied. I can't worry about that. I can't worry about those the companies here in Nova Scotia who are going to be planning on laying people off in the near future. There's nothing I can do about that. Now, you might think, well, geez, it sounds like you're giving up. No, not at all. Not at all. You have to recognize when you can have an impact and when you can't. And if I can't have any impact, I'm not going to give it any energy. So what will I do? Well, we go to Bonhoeffer. We talked about him a few weeks ago. The job of the church is to take care of those the state rolls over. That's our job. So if a whole bunch of people in the province find themselves out of work, if a whole bunch of people here in my province find themselves struggling because of this, because of what the United States government is doing, because of this trade war that they have started, I got to be there for them. What are their needs? What is it that they're going through? How can I help them where they are? And this goes to you as well, right? With so much going on. Lord love a duck. But this man has peppered the planet with all kinds of stuff. He has it's definitely raining. It's a very particular kind of storm that's pouring down around us, and we all need a good umbrella because we're going to end up covered in this stuff. But we can only do what we can do. We can only have the impact that we're equipped and capable of having. That doesn't mean we give up. It just means we come to an understanding of where we can apply ourselves that will make the most and best difference. Look around. There are people here in the chat tonight who are speaking about it. There are people who are struggling. There are neighbors, there are strangers, there are friends, there are family who are going to find themselves struggling, whether that's financially or emotionally or physically, mentally, I don't know. All of the above, entirely possible. How can we help them? How have we been equipped to help them? How can we as church, how can we as individuals love them in this moment and help them through this moment? I wish, I wish I could snap my fingers and bring about world peace. I wish I could snap my fingers and bring about sane political leaders, presidents. I wish I could snap my fingers and bring justice, perfect justice about, perfect equity and equality about, perfect inclusion about. I wish I had that power. I do not. But I do have the power to share a meal. I do have the power to offer insight. I do have the power to preach love. I do have the power to encourage. I do have the power to support. I hope I have the power to uplift, to heal. You have gifts. You have power. You might not have the power you wish you had. Because like me, maybe you too wish you could just snap your fingers and make everything right. If you can, that'd be really cool. Can you get on that right away? But if not, can you do what you can for those around you? Can you do what you can for the least of those who are around you? Because that's enough. That's enough. Amen.